Well, it's cardboard model time. Just about everything's here. Selection of knives. Our new glues. Found some Yoo-hoo. Kitchen paper. A towel on the table. And a cutting board. Should be good. Now, which one first? I think the Coaching Inn, the pub, first. And then we'll move on to the village shop. I would let you hear the music I'm playing, but I'm sure YouTube wouldn't like it. Come on, let's make some models. The first thing is get the packet open. That didn't help even a little bit. World's greatest model maker can't get into the packet. You'd think they'd have a way of doing it, wouldn't you? Well, I do. I bring a sharp screwdriver with me and use it like a letter opener. We're in. Uh-oh, 2 pages of instructions. Well, it looks like fun. Let's get on with it and I'll come back to you once we've got a little bit of it done. The most important decision we're going to have to make. What are we going to call it? The Coach and Horses? No. Banks Black Horse Hotel. Nah. The Swan's a possibility. Marston's is rubbish. The Anchor Inn Free House. I think that's number 1 so far. The King's Arms. Yeah, maybe not. Depends which king. Burton Ales, Cross Keys. The Red Lion. The Crown. Okay, it's between the Crown and the Anchor Inn. I think the Anchor Inn. Are we near a port? Well, we're always near a port. I think the Anchor Inn is winning it for right now, except that there's only 2 of those signs. How about the Crown? We'll decide. It's either the Crown or the Anchor Inn. We'll see later. Well, there's the first problem right there. Read through all the instructions before you start. This could take a while. This is my favourite part, is popping the windows out. Pop! And we end up with dozens of these things. It's the easy part. I think the windows are the hardest part for me. I've sometimes used tape. The glue looks horrible, but it's fine. The issue is you can't see to line them up. Oh, look, I got a bit of glue on the inside of that. That'll come off. You can't see to line them up because you can't see the hole. So it's always a game. You want to use as little glue as possible, but you've got to use enough to keep them in. The worst thing is when the windows fall out, when the glue dries out. I remember sticking a cocktail stick through the window opening and fishing one out and getting it back in, but it never works for me. So I don't like the windows, but other than that, it's going all right so far. I mean, I've only stuck 3 things, so it's not like it's a major thing. There you go. I got the glue that had oozed off. I use one of these scraps of card and I scrape it off with that. Got to be careful because this is the The white there is paint on this side, or ink, I suppose, and you can scratch it off if you're not careful. Good, let's get on with it. Well, proceedings have come to a halt. The dog has hopped up and needs some ear scratchings. Don't you, Sparky? Not very helpful, are you? Sort of in the way here. Yeah, I know. What you doing? You're sort of in the way, Sparky. You know that. Well, I didn't read the instructions all the way to the end, but I have got one of the buildings sort of halfway done. It'll do. Got to get on with it. I'm knee deep in bits of paper and haven't stuck my fingers together quite yet. That glue is bringing back all kinds of memories. Ooh, that's hard to do. One-handed. Oh, no. That'll be an outtake. It doesn't look right. Well, now you have to work it between your fingers and get it rolled up. Undo it a little bit, whack a little bit of glue and then roll it up. I'll show you in a second when I finish one. Well, there we go, chimney pots. They don't look too unconvincing unless you get the crease showing. Oh, they're sticky. Look, I've got glue all over my fingers from rolling them. But as long as you put them with the line that does show, you see the line on that one? If you stick them together with another one, they look jars fine sitting on the top of the chimney stacks. Next. Now, I've got some clamps somewhere, but I've stolen some of Hillary's clothes pegs to hold things together. I've forgotten to put the doors in, so now I've got to keyhole surgery it. We'll be all right. It's coming along. It's a bit upside down right now. Well, it's starting to look like something. Some of the ridge tiles on. One of the chimney pots up there. The plates aren't because I'm snacking, it's where I'm keeping little parts. There's a chimney pot. It's got to go up there. I need smaller fingers. Whoops. Don't worry, it hasn't gone fire. But yeah, almost done. The courtyard probably won't be very visible in the end product because it's going to be at the back of that cricket ground. We'll see. So I note the chimney has a seam on one side. So I'm going to put it up the way round. I think it's going to get less views. If it goes there, I just need a tiny bit more ridge tile. This is very fiddly all of a sudden. Yes. Well, I'll let you see it when it's done. Oh, there's one thing I needed to be careful how you pick it up, but there's one thing I wanted to show you. You see the hole there? And there'll be another one under there. That's so that in future I would be able to poke a light up from underneath an LED on some stiff wires. I've done it on some other buildings. I'll show you that at some point. It's just so you think a little bit ahead, because if you want to light those upstairs rooms and you haven't put that in, it's exceptionally difficult to do afterwards. Well, I think that's about as done as it's going to be for some considerable time. Doesn't look too bad. I cheated a bit with the sign. I used a bit of roof ridge tile to hold the sign in place. They often have that kind of thing there, though, with a light under it. I am not putting a light up there. Anyway, one pub. The cricket team now have somewhere to wet their whistle. There you go. That's it. Needs a landy down there, doesn't it? Little Land Rover sitting in the courtyard. All very stereotypically English. I'll see if I've got one. I might have. Well, that's it. The shop's next. Until next time, goodbye.